Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dom if you are new here, and in today's video we're going to be playing with the new Odens Eye Hey Reindeer palette. I just got mine in the mail yesterday, and here is the look that I created. If you guys want to see my first impressions and thoughts and everything in between, go ahead and continue watching to see how I created this look. Alright friends, so this is what the outside of the packaging of the Hey Reindeer palette looks like, and then obviously the palette looks the same, and then we have a mirror here, and then this is what it looks like on the inside. I tried to create a look yesterday using this, but I just wasn't successful. Also, I'm getting over a sickness, so sorry if my voice sounds weird. I feel very nasally and congested, but we're gonna do our best to create a look. Also, my goal is to only use this palette, but if I feel like I absolutely need something, I will be using my Soul Mane 2 palette, also from Odens Eye, because as you can see, there's not as many deep shades in this palette, but I thought this was pretty. The other palettes were also really pretty and I could see myself gravitating towards, but I was like, let me try the odd one out, the one that I feel like I wouldn't typically go for, because I don't really have any palettes with this exact color story. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start by priming my eyes with the MAC paint pot. I didn't do this step yesterday, I just used my concealer, but I think for these shades you definitely want to use like a lighter eye base for sure, especially if you have deeper skin tones. I did a wedding today, that went well. I did 3 makeup applications, so yeah, that was my Saturday morning slash early afternoon. It's like what time is it? 4:24. I need to check my mailbox because I think that I got I ordered the Tom Ford stick foundation so if that just came in the mail, I will also try that, but in a separate video. I want to be able to wear this eye look because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hang out with my boyfriend at some point this evening, so it'd be cool to wear this eye look. I mean, if not, it's fine, it's not a big deal. I don't wear makeup like all the time. Okay, I'm gonna check my mailbox real fast and I'll be right back. Okay, so the Tom Ford foundation literally just came in. It is cold. I'm not sure if this is my shade though. We're gonna open it together. I don't know. Let's do a little swatch comparison. Okay, so this is it. I feel like it could be just a smidge dark. Let me compare this to my House Labs real fast. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's a bit dark for my shade. Yeah, that's definitely dark. I don't know. I might try it just to see what it's like. But dang, I might have to mix it with a little bit of something because I just feel like it's a little too dark. Maybe in the summer this will be a good shade for me, but either way I'll probably keep it because even if I can't use this till the summertime, I could use this as like contour or bronzer until then. Anyway, moving on back to the video that we're here for. Okay, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do I want to set this with powder? I am gonna use a little bit of powder to set this. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of setting powder, and I'm just gonna tap right on over that. I don't like tacky eyeshadow base. I never have. I feel like it makes things more difficult to blend over top. So I don't like tacky bases. That's just always been my stance on eyeshadow primers. Okay, moving on. We're gonna get started in the palette actually. I'm going to start with the shade Reindeer, which is this light color here. It's super pretty, which is what really attracted me to the palette, was like these shades here, these here. That one's really pretty as well, but those really attracted me to the palette. This shade worked really nicely yesterday when I used it. Obviously on a lighter base, you're going to see it more true to tone. You're not going to have to build up as much as if you were to just go in like on your natural tone, if that makes sense. Because it is a lighter shade, it'll be a little more ashier looking if you don't go the route of an eye base, like on deeper skin tones. So I'm just saying, because I did this yesterday. So yeah. Also, I have not played with many of Odens Eye's palettes before. I've only played with this one that released, what, a year and a half, almost 2 years ago now. Ooh. I'm trying to see this foundation, how this dries down, because I really want to try this out. It might work on my skin. We'll try it. I'll try it and I'll come back and let you know. But it was really hard to like find my shade match. Like I just picked what I thought would work for me online. So we'll see. Pretty sure I can make it work, to be honest. TBH, whatever the kids say these days. I'm just putting the shade all over where any eye base was, just because I don't want any like light tone base. I want it to be all pigment from the shadows, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna wipe some of this off just so I don't get this all over my clothes. Okay. All right, moving on. Oh, I also took the shade Greetings and I put that on. I forgot to show you guys that, but I just started tapping into that. But I'm using the shade Greetings, which is this darker shade here, which as you can see, they kind of both blend slash meld together. Pretty close to the same shade, honestly, on dark skin. This one has a little bit more depth to it, so I feel like you're gonna really see more with this than you are gonna see with the first shade. This isn't typically a color story that I would purchase because I feel like it's not necessarily like my first choice in what I would want, but I don't know, I wanted something a little different. I didn't want something that was like cool toned dark blues and all of that. I wanted something that was just going to be kind of different. This doesn't remind me of Christmas. It reminds me more of like a wintry-esque frame of mind, which I'm not mad about. I think I'm going to take some of this shade with a little bit of this, and I'm going to put that in my crease. I'm going to take a lot of this and like a dip of that, and then we're just going to go in like so. As you see, it kind of gave me that extra boost of pigment there that I probably wouldn't have had if I didn't use that. Right now I'm gonna dip in that again. Just add a bit more. I'm really not a fan of red eyeshadows, so I'm glad that this is working out well for me, because I was kind of nervous to use this, but I wanted some depth, but I didn't want to use the brown. Yesterday when I tried out the brown, I felt like it was slightly difficult to work with at first, but I was able to like blend it out and it worked fine, but I felt like it was slightly not the easiest. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. My goal honestly is just to have like a really pretty look. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing beyond this. I just knew that I wanted to use these colors, these mattes, I mean, but other than that, I have no game plan. I'll probably show you guys using this foundation, honestly, because I don't even know if this foundation is going to be available anymore, because it was like half off pretty much. It was like 40 bucks and this foundation is usually like $88. So it's probably going to be discontinued, so I don't think I'm going to make a separate video actually, but I might talk about it in my November makeup roundup and like products that I've tested out or tried during the month. I'm gonna blow my nose really fast because I feel like I'm so clogged up and I can't hear, so everything sounds like blown out and underwater. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm gonna go into this shade because I think this is so pretty, and then I think I'm gonna put some of that in the inner corner. I would recommend using like a brush that has some texture to it, because I feel like these shimmers are very hard pressed into the pan, so I think you will need something that's going to be able to kind of flake them up off the pan, and then I think you'll be good to go as far as like applying, because it looks pretty. Because I tried to swatch these yesterday and they didn't do well swatching either. Okay. I like that. It's different. It's like maybe not the most cohesive shades, but I don't know, I like it. I think it's different. I think it's pretty. So we're gonna do the same thing with the other eyeball. I'm just using some NYX glitter primer. Yeah. Just kind of doing almost like a little cut crease action. It's kind of what that ends up turning into. My eyes are so watery, and I don't know if that's just because I haven't been feeling the hottest ever, but like they have been watering non-stop the past couple of days. And I'm just gonna pick up some of that there. I'm just gonna put it right on my The shimmers are a very thin formula, meaning that like when you try to swatch them just like right out the pan, they're very thin. They're not very thick and gritty, if that makes sense, in texture. You kind of have to pull them up a little bit. They almost have like a baked gelée formula, where they're kind of like putty textured, if that makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna go back in with the pink. Alright, so I think that is where the eye look is going to be at right now. Let's move on to, oh gosh, I got sparkles on my face. Let's move on to foundation real fast. We're going to use the Tom Ford one. I've heard so many good things about this foundation. Oh, you get a bunch. Oh, you get a bunch in here. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit. We're gonna do a swipe. Okay, I don't think it's too bad, to be honest. I feel like it's pretty close. I don't know how much of this to use, so we're just gonna start with that. That's like 3 swipes. And then I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 101 brush. Because I don't know what to use this with. I actually don't think the shade is bad. Okay. I think I would definitely keep it closer to like the outer perimeter of my face. I'd be interested to see how thick this is, because I'm not like a thick foundation girly. I don't like it when my foundation feels thick on my skin. I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to see what this looks like with my concealer on as well, because I don't know. I'm a little partial to my House Labs, but I still feel like I need some coverage there. I'm gonna put on a little bit more concealer than I usually would, because this isn't my typical foundation and I don't want it to be too dark on my skin. So I'm just gonna go a little ham, okay? I'm just gonna tap right here where I need more coverage. I don't know. Not 100% about that. It's gonna take me some time to try it out, because I don't know. So far, I think it's okay. I'm just gonna buff this into my face, like so. I feel like I need a smaller brush. Where's my other brush? I'm gonna take my eye. I don't think it looks bad. I feel like I need some definition though, so I'm gonna go ahead and set my face real fast. Alright, now I'm gonna go in with some bronzer. I'm gonna use this one from Alamar Cosmetics. I'm gonna mix the two and then I will buff that onto my face. Okay. The foundation's growing on me. I like it more now that it's kind of like got some other stuff going on, because for a second I was just like, oh, not sure. Question mark, question mark, question mark. but I think I look better-ish. I still feel like it's a little dark, but I feel like it'll match me better, if that makes sense. It could match me better. Okay, I'm gonna throw on the slightest amount of blush real fast. I'm gonna use this. Use a little bit of the powder in the darkest shade first. It's one of my favorite blushes. Start at the back, moving towards the front. Okay. Just to give me a little something on the cheeks. And then I'm gonna add the cream with this. I'm gonna go into the dark blush, and then I'm gonna tap into the brighter one next to it. And then I'm just gonna, it's kind of hard to get brushes in those pans, but I just kind of tap, because see there's a lot of blush on there, and I just go like so, and I pick some up. Ooh, so pretty. I like that. Ah, I broke my nail. Okay. Alrighty. Moving on. Now what I'm gonna do, this is gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna take this brush here, well, a brush, a smaller brush, and I'm gonna take a little bit of eyeshadow base because I want to use a fun color underneath my eye. So I'm gonna need some area for this to stick to. I'm just gonna blend that right underneath there. And we're gonna hope that this works and I don't look crazy. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into the palette, and then we're gonna get the shade. We're gonna take this one here. I think this one is super pretty. This blue, Ivy. We're just gonna take a little bit of that, and we're gonna press it like right over top. I'm liking this look so much better than the one that I did yesterday. I just feel like the one I did yesterday was just not working out at all. Okay. I don't love as much of the ashy tones underneath my eyes, so I might go in with a darker shade just a little bit. I had to get that hangnail off my fingy. I cannot breathe again. Amazing. I feel like I'm losing my marbles. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little bit on the other side and pretty much do the same thing. I look willy-nilly actually, but it's okay. I need a different brush. Up the under eye a little bit. I don't know. I feel like I got like, I don't know. I'm just gonna make myself look like I have bags. Okay. Yeah, I don't like this under here, so I'm gonna have to change that up a bit. We're gonna have to do something different. Okay, so definitely feel like this will be a companion palette. I'm gonna go into my Soleil, and I'm gonna take the blue shade here, this dark blue. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that under here. feel like now it's too smoky under there. It's too much, but it's fine. We're gonna go with it, okay? We're just gonna go with it. This eye look is very out of my comfort zone, clearly, because I don't know what to do. Like, my waterline is never this smoky, because I feel like it makes me look like raccoonish, but that's okay. That's all right. That's all right, friends. That's all right. Okay. And now that we have that done, we're gonna pick an inner corner shade, and I think I'm gonna use this one here. I feel like that'd be super pretty. That is the shade Christmas Ham. Love me a good Christmas ham. This one's very flaky. It's not really like one of those shades that you can like pick up easily. I feel like we're just going for it at this rate. Okay, let me finish my makeup, okay, get myself together, and then we will do final thoughts and opinions, okay? Because I feel like I have some things to say, but I'll be right back. Alrighty, here is the final look. I really like how this turned out all together. I was a little unsure how the makeup was going to look after I did it, but with a full face of makeup on, I really like the eye look that I came up with. It's very glittery, it's very sparkly. Yeah, it's really pretty. I had to do something with the under eyes that just got out of hand real fast, so I had to go in and clean that up a bit because I just couldn't do the I couldn't. But here are my final thoughts on the new Hey Reindeer palette. I think this is going to be a companion palette. I think it's pretty. I think if you have some of their other palettes, like the ones with the darker tones, this would be a great companion to it. But if you're just thinking about getting this one, I would think about your skin tone. I would think about deepening shades, because honestly, you have a brown in here, but I would have preferred like a dark purple or like a dark cranberry or something, or a dark blue versus a brown. I thought that would have been like a better shade choice in this palette, but overall the mattes blended out really nicely. I liked all the shimmers that I tried. I'm gonna keep testing this out. I don't know if this will be included in my November roundup, but in December I probably will definitely talk about this one. So I don't know, if I get a chance to play with this a couple more times before the end of the month, then I will include it. But yeah, I think the mattes are good. I think the shimmers are really pretty. Do I think you need this palette? No. I think the shimmers what really make this palette stand out, especially like this one here and this one. I used these two. I think I used like 6 of the shades because I used these 3 here. I used a little bit of this one and this one and this pink, so I used a few of them, but I think this look is really pretty. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I think it's a really cute look. So I think that concludes my first impressions on the new Odens Eye Hey Reindeer palette. If you like this sort of content, please give this video a thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button to see more of my face. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, friends.